Hey there, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Good morning out there, crypto friends. How are we doing? Today is Saturday, March the 20th. Still got a lot of green on the board. Some are starting to fade a little bit, so let's have a look at the charts real quickly. Here we go, BTC USD. Making our way up to the sales target for this particular trade. As we always hodl our BTC, I do have a separate trade account that we swing around, swing trading here. And I'm going to show you a few details today. I want to show you some folks aren't as patient as me. They want to day trade or trade more frequent time frames. So basically I'm running usually off the 4-hour time frame, and these moving averages and all these indicators are tweaked for that particular purpose. But I will show you if you want to jump in on the shorter time frame, trading maybe a day trade or something like that. We'll go over that today. Got plenty of time, so stick with me, friends. Say hi in the chat out there. I see the little dot right over my face, which is perfect. I think that's great. BTC USD, we're up 2.41% this morning, making our way up to the sales target. Let's get your support and resistance. So support for us at the moment is a 58,331.71. And resistance sitting up there, I got that off the 1 hour, 59,690.70. So that's going to be resistance. If you look over here to the left, you do see this big candle here that kind of give us some grief. And then we do have volume increasing. RSI is trending upwards. That's the relative strength index. It's a momentum indicator. So watch that RSI as we make our way. I'm speculating that folks, a lot of the newbies or folks just getting into the space, got their stimulus check, trying to find a way to buy crypto with it this weekend. So anticipating a slight rise, but keep those stops tied up there and watch for a sell-off or something like that. So it's always possible. So there we go. That's BTC USD. Let's have a look at Ethereum, ETH Resistance up there at the 1877.69. Support down there at the 1814.28. We did get our 1226 cross. We have the 12-day moving average providing support now on the climb up as we try to reach the sales target. Got a good ways to go up to 20,000, which is, 2,000 range for Ethereum, which is all-time high up there. And then support down here just above the 12-day moving average at 1814.28. Looks like we're going to have some good, solid volume as we start the day. Let's move on to BNB USD, Binance Coin. BNB finally got out of the buy target. We're climbing our way up, made our cross in the 1226. So heading up, looking at resistance at the 276.894. Support down here at the 264.57. You see we did touch down on the 12-day moving average. That's why I chose these 12, the 26 and 100-day. You'll see a lot of folks use EMAs, or you'll see them use different time frames. This particular one has been tweaked over the years, and actually got this from Charting Man Dan. He uses the 1226 quite frequently, and I have found it too. And you can back particular token or coin is reacting to the moving averages. You see we did get support. That's what you're looking for, is previous price history and bouncing around off these support levels. So that is BNB USD Binance Coin. Let's move on to Cardano ADA USD. Cardano made it up to the evaluation zone, rejected, fell back down, trying to find support, got through the 12 and the 26 day. So falling back onto support at 1.2313 and resistance 1.2858 for Cardano. Keep an eye on good old ADA USD as it was just introduced to Coinbase Pro this past week. So folks are starting to discover they can own a piece of Cardano. Let's have a look at PolkaDot, DOT USD. Still here on the 4-hour time frame, and I'm going to get to draw you some new zones here. Sorry about that. So let me show you how to do this. I click that, Control C, Control V to copy, or Command if you're on a Mac. And we'll zoom out because this is way too stinking big for some reason. There we go. Zoom it in there. Go back to the. Normally this doesn't work this way, but we are zoomed in. There we go. And I'm looking for that 50 right there. There we go. And what I've done is set up templates. So I can go in here for my evaluate. I'll just double click on this rectangle, go to my template. I have all the attributes for evaluate, yellow for the text, yellow for the background, hit OK. And then I can just hit Control C, Control V, Command on the Mac. Now we're getting into some more efficient ways of doing this. And let's get up there to why can't we get up to the top? We'll have to go to the daily, I suppose, because we're getting up there at the top, all-time highs. There we go. We'll zoom all the way in there, get that where it belongs, stretch it out just a little bit to meet those two fibs. Double click, select our template to the sell, and there we go. So now we got our buy and sell targets. Switch back to the 4-hour, zoom back out. There we go. So we are looking at resistance up here on the previous price action at the 40.384. Do have support there at the, you can barely see it, right on that 0.50 fib. That's where that evaluate. Let's put that where it belongs. There we go. So what I try to do is, you see the 0.50 on this Fibonacci, I try to line it up with that middle indicator there, and let's get down. It'll make a lot of sense here in a second. So there's your support right dead center. That's why we use this thing at the 38.59. Let's have a look at Litecoin. Litecoin's been a little snoozy here lately, not moving much, just kind of wiggling around, finding its way. So we do have support at the 202.33. Resistance at 205.95. As you know, I did jump in on a trade. When was that? On yesterday. On Litecoin, so far so good. Up a little bit on there. But it is finding resistance at the 205.95. And not much volume here. I do have a stop. What I do is I look for, you've got the 100-day moving average. That's going to be support if things go against us. It does fall through. I just came down just below this big candle here, and that's where the stop loss would be, 195.23. And you could take these, I'll use the line tool right here, horizontal line, you see it there. And all you have to do if you want to set an alert here in TradingView, you just right click on that line. You see where it says add alert on the horizontal line. And I have mine set up to do all kind of cool stuff. It will go into Slack. It will go into the Discord server. It will text me a message. All kind of cool things to let me know, hey, you need to be paying attention. Let's move on to LINK USD, Link, or Chainlink, as it's commonly known by. I have support here at the 30.508 on this previous candle wick right down there. We had the top of that one, so that looks pretty good to me. And then resistance up here at the 31.49 for Chainlink. Not in the range of the all-time high at the moment, so that's our particular, we had exited this trade. We left some on the table as we normally do. And we'll just continue to monitor upside potential. LINK USD. Let's look at Stellar XLM USD. Hey, if you're out there, I see some folks in there. Say hi in the chat. Let me know how you're doing. If you have some questions, throw them at me. I'm here for you. Okay. Looking here at Stellar, we managed to get up to the sales target. You see I'm leaving all these previous buy and sell zones on here so we can see some, for back testing purposes, we can look and see how this whole system's working out. But here we are on the climb up, managed to get through the 100-day moving average, which is significant. So here on the 4-hour, we got through the 100-day, the 12 and the 26, which are inverted, but beneath us. So holding support at the 0.0548 and resistance up there at the 0.416 for Stellar XLM USD. Let's move on to the Doge. Doge managing to climb up there sideways, just little by little. And I did indicate, I'll show you with the ruler tool here, that you know, you're looking at, it's bouncing around about an 8% range. So let's say you wanted to trade that. Okay, I want to buy and sell Doge. I have it on my Robinhood app, and it's right there. And what you can do, should you choose, this is not financial advice, but you can go on in here on the 1-hour time frame. And one of the mistakes a lot of people make is they go in here to the 1 minute. And when you get in there, you're trying to trade this bounce around on the 1 minute time frame, and you have no idea where you are in the trade, so that's not recommended. You can zoom in if you're in a trade, an active trade, and you want to day trade it. You know, get in, tighten up in there in the 5 minute, 3 minute perhaps. But what we could do here is we do have these pivots running. I'll show you that indicator. It is the pivots HL55, and that will show you the swing high and the swing low. And you can dial in here with the Fibonacci tool that we use quite a bit here. There it is there. And you can put your, just put it on these pivots. So we have a swing high and a swing low. So we'll just take that pivot right there, come down here, and actually it makes a difference where you drag. So you want your 1, you see that's 100% Fibonacci on the left hand side, run it all the way up to the top to the high, that swing high right there, or you could choose this one. And then there's your intraday, as we would say. And then you're looking for, if you go back to the video I put out there for how to trade these Fibonacci's, then you can draw your rectangle inside of there. And I won't go through the whole thing for you, but you get the message. So here would be your buy zone between the 0.78 and the 0.88 there. We'll double click that guy, make that a little bigger so we can get it. There we are. Choose our template. That's our buy template. There we go. Command C, Command V if you're on the Mac. Move that up to the 50. There is your evaluate zone. Switch that to evaluate template. There we go. Another Command V. We'll run that bad boy up once we take the other Fibonacci to the right, which is inverse of the other. So this one's the 1 on the bottom, 0 on the top. So we'll do the 1 on the top, 0 on the bottom. There we go. And then now we have our coordinates for the upside. Move that over there in between the 0.78 and 0.886. Right there. Then double click. Choose the red. Sell. There you go. So there's your intraday to watch. And you can zoom on in once you have that going. As you can see, it's going to need to come back down in here and grab these pivots. So you're watching this wiggle around intraday. So there you go. That would be one way to do that. Should you want to trade more frequently. And you can stretch these out because once you zoom in, you can see, there we go. Get that on the 5-0 and stretch that bad boy over there. There we go. Anyway, Hope that was useful for you. Let me know in the chat if you have any questions. We'll double click to get everything back going again. Let's move on to VETUSD. Vechain, been hot and heavy. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, getting up there. Let's see, are we making new all-time highs? Yes, we are. Going through the all-time high here, so we could double click here. Here's another trick for you. Choose coordinates, and you see we have the coordinates indicated here. That's where that line is parked. So we can go down there and look right over here to the bottom right-hand corner, 52-week range, 0.0885, and we can just go in there, change that, 0.0885. That will set our coordinates up to the all-time high. So look at Vechain go. Congratulations if you got in with that trade with me. Still holding on to that. Got through the sales target. We have support up there at the 0.0861. And resistance is out the window. Once you're in blue sky breakout, you're heading to the top. Keeping those losses trailing behind it in case it will need to eventually come down and consolidate and resolve. So keep an eye on Vechain. Let's look at the Vechain token, VTHO USD Vethor chart. Moving right along with Vechain. So this is the token used on Vechain. So if you stake Vechain, this is the token that you will earn. So we're at an all-time high at the up here to 0.0195. Let's zoom into the 1 hour, see if we can find where, yep, there's our support level that we got from the 1 hour. So support down there to 0.016. So we are, let's get a measurement there. Looking at about a 15% drop to support. So keep those stops. If you're in this one, congratulations. Keep them tight. But it's looking really strong. Volume is way up above average. We have the 12 to 2600 day moving average, and the RSI is overbought. So keep that in mind. It may need to come back down and consolidate for a while. Meanwhile, rocket ship for VTHO USD. Let's move on to FIL USD, aka Filecoin. Let's sideways action here. Haven't managed to break above that resistance at the 85.161 and 81.583 support. So really tight range. So it's going to explode one direction or the other. So keep a close eye out for that. Sitting right on top of this 12-day moving average, all trending upwards. And it's just managing to, some people would call this the accumulation phase. So someone may be trying to accumulate this. I did put in the notes of one of the past videos, I forget which one, I'll look up here at my notes here, that Grayscale is going to be adding basic attention coin. That's probably why it's going up. Where's the notes? Come on, quickly here. BAT was one of them, Vechain, and yeah, I can't find it. Sorry about that. I'll put it in the description section once I wrap up here for you. Just look down into there. But they are being added to the Grayscale. It's not an ETF. What is that thing called? It's BTC or GBTC ETHE, which is traded on the stock exchange. So that gives institutional investors and private investors, whatever, access to these coins without having to go through Coinbase, Binance, wallets, etc. So let's move on to IOTA. IOTA is up 5.67%, starting to climb up. Just got up there to touch that sales target. I did not catch that one, as it did happen at 3 in the morning here. So I'm patiently waiting for the climb upward to give me another opportunity to sell as we get into the target there, the sell target. But we are holding support at the 1 point. So we got to change that. Let's go to the 1 hour real quick. There we go. Looks more like it. You see it sits right on top of that 12-day moving average. So 1.403 support, and resistance is going to be all the way up there at the 1.482. We could probably find you something a little bit closer. Yeah, we could do that. So first line of resistance your encounter is going to be right there at the 1.445. Getting up there close to the all-time highs, 1.70. So just watching out for IOTA. Let's look at Comp USD. Comp USD got up there, found resistance at the 434.76 and fell through our support. So we got to shop around for some more support. We may stop out on this particular one. You see the timer. I say timer, that is an alert. I don't know why I keep saying timer. But that will alert me to evaluate if this thing is going to go, fall through my stop. So looking down for support now for you. Got distracted. So support is going to be, I'm going to switch to the 1 hour because I want to see what we're banging off of right there. There we go. Trying to hold that body of this candle there, you see just beyond there. Support at the 426.41 for Comp USD. Let's have a go at and give some attention to basic I need attention coin. Kind of ran sideways for a while on the 4 hour. We'll switch out to, I'm sorry, on the 1 hour. This is the 4 hour chart. Consolidation can be healthy as we try to get above that 12-day moving average. Didn't manage to close above it yet here on the 4 hour. So looking to get above there and ride that bad boy all the way up to our sales target. And we are scoping out a new all-time high. All-time high sitting up there to 1.455. Resistance at the moment, 1.238. And maintain support. We could bring that thing down just a tiny bit. We got the bottom of that wick, there. So good levels of support to hold up as the 26 comes up as well at $1.16. For BAT, looking now at Ethereum Classic. We did manage, if you was tuned in last night, we were in this trade. When did I get in there? On the 19th, yeah, yesterday. And did put the stop. I did move it up, and I'm kind of just letting it trail. So what you would do is we'll get the support and resistance, and I'll show you where I would put the stop or adjust it for the climb up here. So we have support here. We'll zoom into the 1 hour. There's our support level. Is right there on the wick of this big bearish candle there. We're up above the 12, the 26 here on the 1 hour time frame. Resistance setting up there nice and pretty. So we're going to move that down. Looks like we're encountering some resistance on the climb up at the 12.667. Support at the 15.525. Now we'll show you what we'll do with that stop loss. So you don't want to set it right on the support level because you do anticipate it to bounce. So we're going to move it just down. And just all this depends on your risk loss tolerance, right? So you don't want to lose 2%. I think that's what we're going to come out to be here. Yep, right at 2% here. So you can see here where I am still, if we were to set it right here where the buy level was, we'd break even, but we're okay to lose 1% or something should we come down if we're nice and healthy. I'm going to put that stop loss just below this 26 day moving average as I would anticipate it to bounce up from there and continue. Okay, let's move on to Mana. Decentralized land. MANA USDC. This one's on Coinbase if you want it. Sideways action here, consolidation, nation. So looking at support to hold at the 0.941 and resistance here at the $1 mark. So $1, always a significant psychological number when trading. So keep that in mind for MANA USDC. Let's have a look at ZIL USD. Got into our sales target, so we're going to readjust this one. We're on the 4 hours, so we do have a new price pivot that would kind of pull everything down just a little bit, but we have exited this particular trade. Took 90 off, left 10 to ride, and then just sitting there for resolution. So support at the 1.1785. So resistance at 0.1860. Going on to NUUSD. Hang in there with me, folks. We're getting through here. So NUUSD, in this trade, we come up to the 100-day moving average and rejected. So as you can see, if you tuned in last night, I did move this stop. I have this stop trailing. I'm doing it manually. You can do this in some of the platforms, do a trailing stop. But I did move my stop just below that support level over here. And then we have the 1226 down here as well. So I wanted to keep that pretty tight because it's pretty significant size in this trade. So we have resistance at the 0.62. Let's move that because we've gotten a little further there. There we go. Coming up to the 0.636 now. And then our support, we got all wonky. Let's zoom into the 1 hour and get the 1 hour support. Looking right there to hold off that previous low there, 12 to 2600 day, all beneath us on the 1 hour. So looking to be in good shape. As you see, I got this stop loss sitting just below that low, and that would be, it would have to go through the 12 day, through the 26 day. So there we go. Just got an alert. Let's see what that is. Okay, not a problem. For NUUSD, let's move on to NMR USD. Sideways consolidation action on the 1 hour, switching back to the 4 hour. We have support at the 51.598, resistance sitting up there at the 54.93. Do have this 12 to 26 and 100 day properly orientated for upside potential, and the 26 day coming up to provide support on the climb up. Heading over to GRT USD, the graph token. Trying to set us a double bottom here. Let's see if that holds up. So we'll move that support down to the 1.7953. Resistance up there. Trying to get through that 100-day moving average. But resistance at the 1.8794 should we get through there. We've moved the stop levels up, so the stop was down here. So we're trailing behind there for GRT USD. Look at Uniswap UNI USD. Made it through this sales target previously. Haven't been able to regroup yet for another continuation, so it's going to come down more than likely and test this 50 retracement sitting right down here. So we'll go to the 1 hour. There we go. So there's your support level, folks, at 32.590. First level of resistance climbing back up through is going to be here. should we get above these moving averages that are converging at the 33.55. I'm trying to do more explanation here on the weekend shows here for you, so bear with me if I'm being long-winded. Yes, Jack Rockall, yeah. I do like Vechain and VTHO. If you'll rewind, I'll show you real quick. We'll just remember that we left off there. VTHO is the token for Vechain, so you can stake Vechain should you choose to earn VTHO, which is up 54%. Oh, that one's sitting pretty. Let's move on to AAVE USD. One of the AAVE USD, one of the DeFi tokens, decentralized finance. Managed to bang around on resistance there at the 392.63. And I got the support over here, way over here to the left at the 378.08. Trailing my stop up. I'm going to move that up actually as we speak. So let's get in here a little tighter on the 1 hour. You see we're getting support off this 12-day moving average. So we're going to bring that stop on up there. So make sure that if we do stop out, we're going to be positive in this particular trade. I'm going to set it just below these two lows here. And with anticipation, if we do get through the 12-day moving average support, we should have the 100-day just below it. So we're going to tighten up that stop. So we'll be green in the trade should we pull back for AAVE USD. Have a look at MKR USD. We'll switch back to the 4 hour really quick. Holding support at the 2132.144. Blasted all the way up to that resistance level at the 2237.46. So massive candle, lots of volume trading today. RSI is still in good shape here on the 4 hour. So we're up to the, what is that, the 62.29. So not overbought at the moment. But if you're in this particular one, you are through the sales target. So just keep those stop losses tight and use the techniques that I've described. Let's move on to audio. Audio is an NFT token, sideways action, support at the 1.49. So basically the $1.50 mark USD, and resistance here at the 1.59. Hey, if you're out there, while you're at it, hit that like, subscribe, you know those things. It helps the YouTube algorithm. Share this content with other folks with like-minded interest. I appreciate that. And share it with your friends. If you have friends that are asking you about cryptocurrency, want to learn how to chart, here's a place. Let's move on to CHZ USD. Cheese. No, it's a Chiliz. Hard to say, really. So we do have this one added recently. So we came right down. You see we're retracing back to the 0.6180. That usually indicates indecisiveness. So typically it's going to fall back down a little more. So, but we are holding support there at the 0.561. If you're in this guy, and you do have resistance up there on the 50 fib at the 0.60402 area. And you do have the, here on the 4 hour, the falling back on support there, just trying to get through that 26. So watch that closely. 12-day up above us to get through on the climb back up. For CHZ USD, one of the popular NFT coin tokens, I should say, not coins. Theta USD, THETA. Theta. Theta, okay. Sorry, getting distracted here. Support holding at the 8.047. And this indecision candle, that's going to send off an alarm there. Did manage to get up to the sales target, trimmed her off there, but looks like we're trying to come back and have another go at it. So we haven't made it down to the 0.618 fib retracement as previously shown for CHZ. So we do have support there, 8.047. Resistance up here at the all-time high. We've got to get back through the 9.063. So this one was making all-time highs back on the 19th, about 3 in the morning. Keep that in mind. Let's look on to ENJ USD, Enjin. You have the 12, the 26 above, creating resistance. You can see it very clearly here. So support holding down there at the 2.326. Resistance is going to be right on this previous high there at the 2.506. And let's have a look at the Bitcoin dominance. That's all the tokens and coins I have charting for you today. If you want to put one in the chat there for you. If I'm mispronouncing your name, is it Jacques? My apologies. We are holding it right steady at 61.53 Bitcoin dominance. And where are we at? 1.1 trillion 99 billion market cap for Bitcoin. Total market cap is up. So money did come into the space here, and I expect it to continue to come in over the weekend as folks are trying to find a way to get into the market. Have word that Binance, especially here in the United States, Binance is taking their time getting the KYC done for folks. So if you're trying to move fiat money into Binance, it's taking about a month or so to get your accounts established. I'll put a link here in the chat here for Binance. There we go. See if that works. So that's about it for me. We'll have another peek at one of the runners today, VTHO USD. Look at that thing go. All-time high up there, 0.0190. Way up here. Pulling back just a tad, so we'll look at that, adjust that. Yeah, we still got the support, but there's quite a big range there to watch, as I mentioned earlier. That's about a 15% drop down to support, so keep those stop losses tight if you're in this one. Vechain's almost double digits, up 9.57%. Did make an all-time high. We'll adjust that at the 0.0885. Do a quick scan for you. We'll run at the big caps here, crypto large caps. There we go. And if you've never done this here in TradingView, you can click over here on the change percentage on the percent side, and you can sort by gainers and losers. So you see BitTorrent, HBC, Tron, OSD, VChain. So some of these are all coming in double digits now. And I would imagine Bitcoin is starting to drop just a tad. Nope, we're still 59,479. So looking mighty good, folks. How you doing out there? That's going to do it for me for the day. And I appreciate you stopping by once again. Hit that like, subscribe. Very, very painless. Be a good YouTuber. And have a great day, folks. I will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. for the Crypto Morning Show. Goodbye.